let's just say, not a great week to question climate change. Greenpeace looking to drop co-founder Patrick Moore, the founder, after he said that changes to the Earth's climate have been minor. This right as CEO Tim Cook over at Apple put the drop on one of his own shareholders for dare questioning Apple's green policy. Cook irately telling one, if you want me to do things for return on investment reasons, you should get out of this stock. Now, that to me did not sound crazy. As a shareholder, and I am one, I should disclose in Apple, I think that should be among the chief concerns of shareholders. Justin Danhof with me right now. Justin, I thought it was a very germane question, a very legitimate issue, and I didn't like the way you were treated.
Well, neither did I, Neil. I guess I went into the belly of the beast and poked the bear, and Mr. Cook didn't like that very much.
Now, what did you say exactly?
So I asked a very basic question that most investors and shareholders would like to know. The company is engaged in many environmental projects. When you engage in these projects, Mr. Cook, are you saving more money than you're costing? And he didn't want to answer that question. He simply said that in his mind, the company's environmental programs made economic sense. So then I followed up, would they still make economic sense if the government wasn't so heavily subsidizing your solar projects, your biogas projects, and your geothermal projects? And that's when he went off the rails. Because, of course, the answer is likely no, that the only reason they're engaging in these projects is because John and Jane taxpayer foot the bill.
Well, let me ask you, though, did he actually say to you outright that if you don't believe in climate, I'm paraphrasing here, but the gist was, that I got was this, you don't believe in climate change, I don't want you as a shareholder?
Yeah, that's essentially the message I took. Look, we issued a proposal to Apple asking for transparency. And the reason we want transparency in these environmental initiatives is because companies often come out with the pros of their environmental programs, but we never really see the costs. So it's a simple balance sheet issue, and we just wanted to get to the bottom of the ledger. Because in reality, Apple is all about profits. Tim Cook knows he didn't make $40 million last year because Apple isn't about profits. A lot of their green initiatives really are greenwashing because, as I mentioned, with their alternative energy projects, the taxpayers foot the bill.
And by the way, I would be open to any of this stuff. And just as I think you were getting at, I mean, if you have a green strategy that's going to make shareholders green down the road and you can see the light at the end of that tunnel that maybe I can't, maybe that you can't, fine. But for you to say or question it's not all about return on investment, you know, get that out of your head, well, then I guess I should get capitalism out of my head. And this is from a guy whose company makes some great products. I mean, part of that is all of that actually is all about capitalism.
Oh, it's all about capitalism, and that's part of our message. I had to put him on the fence and see which way he would go. Would he go the business route or the green route? Because Apple has a great media campaign.
Absolutely.
That is a public relations campaign. Why is Al Gore on the board? Is it because of his great business acumen? I don't think so. It's because it makes the company look green. Why did they hire Obama's former head of the Environmental Protection Agency, Lisa Jackson? Is it because she knows a lot about cell phones? I don't think so. It's because it makes the company look green.
Well, these are all germane questions. I wish you had more time. I had no issue with you taking them up as a fellow Apple shareholder, maybe not to the degree you are, but I had no idea that it would be cause such a hullabaloo, and I think Tim Cook should take a chill pill, and Steve Jobs, for all of his temper tantrums, would have never created such a scene. Ridiculous. Well, thank you very, very much, Justin. I very much enjoyed having you.
Thank you very much, Neil.
Meanwhile, the Chinese